Hey guys, this is Gene at DNS Bait, and this report is current as of the 3rd here on Friday. The game fishing season opens tonight at midnight, so expect to see a lot more traffic on the lakes here after that. As far as the water temperatures on the chain here go, the main lakes are still in the mid-40s, sometimes in the upper 40s, but mid-40s. The inlets, the backwater areas, the channels and stuff, 50s, even sometimes 60s on those warm days. But I would feel pretty safe telling you they're in the mid-50s or so. There's still crappies and bluegills getting sucked into some of those areas, and some guys are still having periodic success on those. The crappie action that was taking place up in the river here, up at the Highway 113 bridge, seems to have subsided right now, but there are still catfish in the area. And speaking of catfish, they've been getting quite a few up on the north end of Lake Mendota, up in that North Shore Bay area from 6 Mile over to the Yahara River, and then up in the Yahara River towards Cherokee Marsh. I've heard a few catfish up in Cherokee Marsh also. On Lake Monona, they're doing some bluegill fishing, crappie fishing over by John Nolan Drive. There's still guys fishing off the convention center, and they are having some success on bluegills and crappies. It seems to be slow, but they've been getting a few nice fish over in there. Over on Lake Wabisa, I've heard some bluegills starting to move up a little bit shallow over south of Hog Island and on the south end of the lake. But I did get some reports of fish deeper, crappies out in 20, 25 feet of water off some of the steeper breaks on the east shore. And I did hear some bluegills suspended in the dredge hole over on Mud Lake. As far as this opener, usually a lot of guys hit the lakes at midnight or real early in the morning fishing for walleyes. Typically this time of the year our walleye action is going to be shallow. A lot of those fish come up in that shallow water late in the evening, early morning to feed, generally because the water is clearer and there's really not any weed vegetation or cover, and yet it's a little bit warmer. So they don't want to come in there till the light is low, till the sun's down. Some typical places that guys are going to be looking for some of these fish: Lake Mendota, Governor's Island, Maple Bluff, Picnic Point, Fox Bluff, even over along the University shoreline down over by the Limnology building back in through that way. Over on Lake Monona, there'll be guys fishing over by the convention center. There'll be guys fishing by the John Nolan Drive bridges. There'll be guys fishing over by Yahara River too, coming down from Tenney Park. And believe it or not, they even once in a while get some pike and walleyes in Starkweather Creek there by the boat landing or right by the point. Down on Lake Wabisa, there'll be guys looking for walleyes up by the railroad trestle. There'll be guys fishing, quite a few guys fishing, I'm sure, Babcock Park. In a lot of areas at Babcock, there'll be guys out on the lake by the entrance. There'll be guys wading probably around the entrances there towards the locks. There'll be guys fishing down below the bridge. Usually there's some walleye action that comes up there in the evening or at night. And there'll be guys fishing that river off and on places all the way down to Lake Kegonsa. If you can find some of the deeper corners and stuff, there'll be walleyes hung up in there in the low light too. That's really about all I got right now. Definitely that's mostly a walleye bite, but it's early yet, so we'll see what happens, and I'll get back on and give you another report. You guys have a good weekend, and good luck this opening time, so we'll talk to you later. Bye.